from Arkansas's offense on film and what you know about, if anything, about their quarterback situation?
I know nothing more than everyone else knows. I anticipate he's going to try it out there on the first snap and be just fine. He's a heck of a football player. It's amazing some of the things he does on the football field with the ball in his hands. And then obviously you're talking about the ninth most productive rushing attack in football right now. And so and they've gotten the better of us running the ball the last 2 times. So Coach Browse does a tremendous job. I mean, they make you account for all 11 guys on every single play and defend every blade of grass, the width and vertically. So it's quite the challenge this week.
Raheem Sanders he's already exceeded his production.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to hear it again.
Raheem Sanders, he's already exceeded his production from last year. What have you seen from him that makes him so dangerous to lead the SEC in rushing?
It's the stable of running backs. Him obviously is leading it right now, but their ability to, in their zone run game, to stretch you horizontally and then see the seam and get north and explode through the hole, tremendous job. And they get downhill on you, inside zone, counter, gap scheme plays, counter plays. They're in a run play they don't have that they don't excel at running. So it's kind of to be expected when your head coach is an O-line coach by trade. They impose their will on teams at the line of scrimmage and typically wear out the defense.
Your defense did a good job, though, handling a very physical Texas A&M team. What were you really pleased about in that game?
I was pleased we won. I was pleased we got 4 turnovers. We did a nice job on third down, and when it was passing situations, disrupting the pocket and affecting the quarterback. We did not do a very good job of stopping the run on normal down and distance, and that's going to be the name of the game this week. So I think it's probably pretty clear the message to the defense what we need to be better at.
You mentioned the turnovers. Most of the turnovers, though, were forced in kind of clutch situations, particularly there in the second quarter. Is that kind of the sign of this defense? They just get into their zone, they try to tighten up and get tougher?
I hope so. It's nice to have guys who make big-time plays in critical situations,
Coach Pittman said in his press conference this week that you were a defensive coordinator that had no fear, but he noticed that you like to run blitz maybe a little more than people realize. What's your response to that?
I would say I think Coach Pittman's probably seen me on the sideline with my knees shaking when I call some of those blitzes, and so he's probably trying to goad me into calling a few more because they probably got some plays dialed up for him. But I can't be complimentary enough of their football team, the job they've done there. That is a tough, hard-nosed program. They play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and obviously it's reflective in their results and the success they've had. They out-tough people, and I mean that in the highest form of compliment I can possibly give.
Obviously a lot of praise this week after the performance that JP Purvis had. What did you see from him maybe in the offseason that led you to believe that, if that situation came up like it did with Buki Watson, that he was the guy you could turn to?
Yeah, JP's a big physical guy, athletic. He can run around fast, change direction. He's big and strong. He got recruited, I believe, as a DB and ran down on special teams and kickoffs. And then when we came in, he had to come back from an injury, but he's continuing to get bigger, stronger. He's still very fast, and so he grew himself into a linebacker, and we knew it was just a matter of time before he got his opportunity. He would show everyone else what we get to see in practice.
Is it easy, I guess, to use a circumstance like that to maybe some of the other guys who aren't getting as many reps and being like, hey, that opportunity could come up at any moment?
Yeah, I think Coach has been trying that probably forever. But usually when guys are frustrated, they're not playing. They don't want to. They don't always hear that message.
How important is rotation and substitution when you've got a physical offense like Arkansas to face?
Obviously, it's very important. They do a phenomenal job, though, with tempo and hurry up and not substituting. They keep the same 11 guys that you have out on the field. It forces them to play maybe longer sets of snaps than you would ideally like. So the only way I know to combat that is be better on first and second down and get off the field on third down. But, they'll sub every now and then, and that gives you opportunities as a defense to do the same. But, yeah, we're going to have to rotate guys because they're, I think I looked at last year's game. I think we played something like 80, 82 plays in the game, and you're foolish to think you're obviously going to play your starting 11 that many plays.
Last couple of games, you've gone to a situation with only one guy having his hand on the ground of the line, some stand-up linemen, everybody in a position kind of attack is maybe a little Jolie Dunn flavor there almost. But what does it say for the versatility of your guys that they can play from all sorts of stances and positions?
Well, I do think we have some flexibility up front. We got some linebackers who are big, strong dudes, so they can do some things on the interior that typically you would have a defensive lineman do, but they are big enough and strong enough, and actually maybe add a little quickness advantage. But once again, those opportunities only arise when you create specific down and distances where you make the offense, have to pass the ball, push the ball down the field, and quite frankly, if we don't defend the run better, we won't have any of those opportunities this game.